So hello everyone, how are you all? So guys, good afternoon, and we have Utkarsh here and all the candidates who are present in the class. So welcome guys. Today is day 15th and we'll discuss the 25 questions which are very important for all the RRB and SSC exams. So what is the first question of the day? Let's start with the question. So the question is, which physical quantity remains constant for a physical body undergoing uniform circular motion at a steady pace? So will it be a velocity vector? Will it be a linear speed? Will it be net acceleration? Or will it be linear momentum? So which physical quantity remains constant? So you have four options here. Let us see what will be the correct answer. Now guys, first of all we must understand that when we are talking about this particular question, guys, are you aware of the scalar and vector quantities? So if I talk about the velocity, that's basically an vector quantity, right? And since it is a vector quantity, that means it has magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so here we have pen now. Fine. Yes. So in this case, it is asking which of the following physical quantity will remain constant for a physical body that's undergoing uniform circular motion at a steady pace. So since it is undergoing a circular motion, so guys, we know that every point the direction is changing, right? So in this case, velocity cannot be zero. Velocity cannot be constant. Yes, here we can say that linear speed will be constant. So yes, Utkarsh, you are correct. Here the correct answer is also option number B, that is linear speed. More about it. So motion along a circular path along a constant magnitude of velocity. So linear speed remains constant throughout the motion, but velocity, acceleration, momentum, they continuously changes because of the continuous change in the direction. That's right. Next. What is the SI base unit of luminous intensity of a monochromatic light source in a given direction? Will it be lumen, lux, watt, or candela? So what should be the correct answer? So guys, what is the SI base unit of luminous intensity? This part is sufficient for RRBs. It will be directly asked like this. But if you will go with the CGL or CPU examinations, the questions are twisted in a way it feels like it is complex. So guys, the SI unit of luminous intensity is what? So guys, that's candela, right? Since it is candela, so should we get confused here? Obviously not. So we'll go with candela only. So it doesn't matter you are going with the statement here or not, right? Okay. So the official SI base unit of luminous intensity is candela only. SI unit of luminous flux, that is total light output. Lux, that is SI unit of illuminance. Okay, so do not get confused here. It's the way of asking the questions in the examinations. Next, what's the next question? The next is when a ray of light travels obliquely from an optically denser medium to an optically rare medium, how does its speed and direction change? So option number A is it bends away from the normal and speeds up. It bends towards the normal and slows down. It bends towards the normal and speeds up, and bends away from the normal and slows down. So what do you think should be the correct answer in this case? Okay. So guys, for this, we must know whenever the ray of light is traveling from denser to rare medium, that's in Hindi term, but I think that you can actually try to link it. So DR, where D stands for denser and R stands for rare. So why I'm writing like this? Because I just want to give you a trick, that is dar. So whenever you are afraid of something, you'll try to move away from it, right? So for afraid term in Hindi, we'll go with dar. So whenever you are afraid of something, you need to move away from it, right? So you'll move away. So the light ray is traveling from the denser to the rare medium. So denser to rare medium, that means it will bend away. That's correct. Now, what about the speed? So guys, since it is saying from the denser to the rare medium, so if it is a denser medium, the particles are nearby. If it is rare medium, the particles will be far apart. So just try to link with the answer and tell me what do you think should be the correct answer. So guys, do not try to link it with the sound part. and that's important to know. Again, I'll repeat, do not link it with the sound part. So what should be the correct answer? Uh, Utkarsh is going with D. Okay. So now Utkarsh, this was again there for the confusion reason purpose only. See, for the case of sound, it's absolutely correct that the speed of sound is maximum in solid, lesser in liquid, and least in gas. The speed of sound is the highest in the solid, lesser in the liquid, and least in the gas. But it's not about sound, it's about light, right? So, guys, in the case of rare medium, it will be more. So, it's totally okay. So, guys, bending away is right. So, towards the normal, that's wrong. So, either A or D. So, it's again, I'll repeat. So, it's not about sound, it's about light. So, it will travel faster in the case of rare medium. I guess it is clear. So it's good, Utkarsh, that you are continuously live in these classes. The point is, I guess you were there in another channel also. I'll not take that name, but before this particular organization, I was there. So that's from my teaching experience. I'm telling you, if you're regular in these sessions also, na, it will be helpful because from here all your concepts will get cleared, right? So okay, got it. So Utkarsh, what is the correct answer? In this case, the correct answer will be option number A. Okay, so because it's about the light, so light travels faster in the rear medium, causing it bending away from the normal. So angle of refraction is greater than the angle of incidence. Okay, so both speed and wavelength increases, but always remember, Utkarsh, that frequency remains changed. There is no change in the frequency. Right? Okay, next. The next one is, which hydrodynamic law or principle explains why a giant hollow steel ship floats safely on ocean water while a solid steel needle sinks? So guys, this question is from 6th standard and you all are aware of this thing. So what do you think should be the correct answer? Will it be linked with the Pascal's principle, Torricelli's law, Hooke's law, or Archimedes principle? Oh, confused here. So guys, this time the answer will be linked with the Archimedes principle, right? So the weight of water that's displaced, yeah, that's correct. So that's D. It's mentioned here. So upward buoyant force equals the weight of the liquid displaced by the immersed object. So a ship displaces a volume of water whose weight is equal to or greater than the ship's total weight. Solid needle displaces very little water weight, so buoyant force is very less. And since buoyant force is very less, that means what is buoyant force? The upward force. If upward force is lesser, obviously the object will sink. So that's why here the answer was D. Perfect. What about this one? Which region of electromagnetic spectrum is predominantly utilized in radar systems for long range aircraft detection? Is it microwaves, infrared rays, ultraviolet rays, or X-rays? So you have four options. What do you think? Which region of the electromagnetic spectrum is predominantly utilized in radar systems for range aircraft detection? Microwave, infrared, ultraviolet, or X-rays? So the sequence order is GXUVIMR, right? So answer please. So radar, that is what? Radio detection and ranging, and the Utkarsh is the first one and the only one to answer this. Microwave is the correct answer. That's correct. So radar stands for radio detection ranging. It keeps a check that any foreign invader is not entering into our territory. Okay. So electromagnetic waves with wavelengths ranging from 1 millimeter to 1 meter. Radar application, so it easily passes through the clouds and rains to detect distant aircraft position and speed, and also widely used in the satellite television broadcasting and microwave ovens. Correct. Next, the next one is the absolute refractive index of any transparent material medium relative to a vacuum is always dash. So less than 1, equal to 0, greater than 1 or equal to zero point 0.5. So refractive index of any transparent material medium relative to vacuum. So what should be the correct answer, guys? So for this, first of all, you need to understand how do we calculate the refractive index. So for calculating the refractive index, it might be asking you, you have to calculate the refractive index of so and so material. So you need to write the speed of light in that particular medium upon the speed of light in vacuum. Now guys, just try to link it. This will be the speed of light in that particular medium, right? Now, this speed is the maximum speed, right? We know this is the maximum speed. There would be no other medium in which the speed can exceed this part. So that means if both the speeds are same, the ratio will be 1. But if it is less than 1. So here the first option is less than 1.0. So we'll go with option number A. Utkarsh is saying something. Sir, what was the trick for this to remember? For which, Utkarsh? I guess you're asking for the last question, right? Let me check. Were you asking about this part? Did not get your point. Utkarsh, please ask, huh? Which trick you are asking for? Okay, so that's done. Then, which electrical measuring instrument is specifically designed to detect the presence and direction of tiny electric currents? So, will it be voltmeter, ammeter, rheostat, or galvanometer? What should the correct answer is? So, what should be the correct answer? Here you are going with D, that is galvanometer. Okay. Acha guys, in the past question, uh, the explanation, I want to give the explanation again. So here one will not be the answer. 1 second. I went with the flow. Guys, in order to calculate the refractive index, it's the ratio of the speed of light in vacuum, that is C, upon the speed of light in that particular medium. So the speed of light in vacuum is this upon the speed of light in that particular medium. So this ratio will always be greater than equal to 1. So if it is same, so it will be 1. Otherwise it will be greater than 1. So in this way, please remember here the answer will be greater than 1. Okay, next. Yeah, so what about this one? Which electrical measuring instrument is specifically designed to detect the presence or direction of tiny electric currents? Voltmeter, ammeter, rheostat, or galvanometer? So here the answer will be galvanometer. So galvanometer is used to detect the presence and direction of tiny electric currents, and the same device was used by Michael Faraday in order to detect the current when he was experimenting on that induction part. Okay, next. What type of mechanical wave is produced on the surface of the water when particles vibrate perpendicular to the direction of the wave travel? So will it be transverse, electromagnetic, longitudinal, or torsional? So guys, for this case, when a wave travels in x direction, if particle is propagating parallel to it, so if the wave is traveling in x direction, particle is propagating in the same direction, we'll say that this is the example of longitudinal wave. What is it? That's the example of a longitudinal wave. But if the particle is wave is propagating in this direction and particle is propagating perpendicular to it, so that's the example of transverse wave. So what type of mechanical wave is produced on the surface of the water when particles vibrate perpendicular to the direction of the wave travel? So here the answer will be option number A, that is transverse wave. That's right. So A is the correct option. Next. Which gas is briskly evolved when sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate reacts with the dilute HCl? So is it H2, O2, CO2, or Cl2, that is chlorine? So what should be the correct answer, guys? Which gas is released? So guys, it's the same concept is used in the fire extinguisher as well. So Utkarsh, you are 100% correct. The correct answer is CO2. So you might have heard about the soda type of fire extinguishers. So these fire extinguishers are the ones which are helping in preventing the loss from the fire. So basically, this is the reaction. So metal carbonate, when it reacts with the acid, it always forms salt, water, and carbon dioxide. So brisk bubbling of CO2 gas occurs in this reaction. So if I talk about the lime water test, passing the evolved CO2 through the lime water, it will turn milky. So this lime water that's turning milky, that's again the important point for the examination point of view. Okay, next. The next one is, sorry, yeah. What is the correct chemical name of plaster of Paris widely used in the orthopedics to set fractured bone joints? So is it calcium sulfate dihydrate, calcium sulfate hemihydrate, calcium carbonate, or calcium oxide? So guys, we are aware of this formula. We have already discussed about it 2 or 3 times before. So we are aware of it's CSO4 dot half H2 and half stands for hemi. So you are correct, Utkarsh. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate, that is option number B, will be the correct answer. And all the candidates who are present in the class, guys, you can also give the test from Oliveboard's website. So let me take you there. You can just type the Oliveboard here. At the Oliveboard platform, you will find a special feature where you can give the subject wise test as well. So on the Oliveboard, you will find the tests which are mentioned here. You can also go with the PYPs plus live test. Now you have to select your course. Let's say you are preparing for SSC CGL Tier 1, right? So in the test, you will find the topic test, sectional test, GK test. All these things are there. So if you want to go with the topic test, you can click on the topic test and just see. So here it's all about the quant part, right? So let's say you want to give the test. So just click on the profit loss and discount. So when you'll just open it, here all the instructions which are given in the examination, the same way those instructions are given. You can just select your language. It's English or Hindi, whatever your language is. Just click on it. Start the topic questions and you'll get the questions in this way. So guys, all those 25 questions are present here. So you can just click on the correct option and then move, and finally you can actually submit. And after submitting the test, the main point is you will get the detailed explanation. So guys, if you want to go with the analysis, you can just click on it, right? So you have given the wrong answer. The correct answer was option number D. And if I want to see the explanation, I can just scroll it down and I can find the detailed solution also. So in this way you can just give your topic wise test for the better clarity. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so coming back to our point, right? So the next question is, in the modern periodic table, which group contains the chemically unreactive noble gases, that is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, or radon? So what do you think is the correct option for the same? So is it group number one? Utkarsh, what do you think is the correct answer for the same? So see, the group number one belongs to alkali metals. It belongs to alkali metals. That is Li, Na, Ki, Rab, Se, Faryad, and so on. Group number 2 belongs to alkaline earth metals like Beta, Mange, Car, Scooter, Baprazi. Group number 17 belongs to chlorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and so on. And group number 18 belongs to these particular gases. So option number D is the correct answer. And we have Ankita here in the class, and Ankita and Utkarsh, both of you are absolutely correct. So yes, they are unreactive, but I just want to know about the valency as well. Guys, can anyone tell me about the valency? What's the valency for group 18? The valency of this particular group is 0 because it neither wants to take the electron nor wanna give the electron. For group 1, the valency will be 1. For group 2, valency will be 2. And for group 17, the valency will be 1 again. Right? Utkarsh and Ankita, both of you are correct. Absolutely correct actually. Okay, so yeah, option number D is the correct answer. Next, which metallic element exists as shiny liquid state at normal room temperature 25 degrees centigrade and is used in the clinical thermometers? Is it bromine, mercury, gallium, or sodium? Which metallic element exists as a shiny liquid state at a room temperature 25 degrees centigrade, and that's used in the clinical thermometers? It's very simple question. So in the clinical thermometer, Ankit and Utkarsh, both of you are correct. So in the clinical thermometer, we go for mercury, right? So mercury is the correct answer. But there are a few more points. So guys, as we know, mercury is liquid, but that's a metal, right? And the liquid non-metal is what? So that's the bromine. So bromine is the liquid non-metal. So question can be asked from any of them. That's right. Perfect. Okay, so this is also done. What about next one? What is the principal hydrocarbon constituent? Chemical formula is given CH4 present in the compressed natural gas and biogas. So guys, since formula is given, how we can skip this question? We know CH4 means what? So we are talking about methane. So here the correct answer will be methane. That is option number A. Ankita, you're the first one to answer. Utkarsh, that's great. Perfect. So methane is also known by different names, and for that you need to remember uh, biogas. The question was from the biogas, so it's the marsh gas, field gas, paddy gas, global warming gas, greenhouse gases part. So guys, these questions are asked in the examination, so that's done. Methane is the correct answer. So 85 to 90% of the CNG and 55% of to 74% 70% of the biogas. Next, which chemical indicator turns bright pink magenta into alkaline basic solution? It remains completely colorless in the acidic solution. So guys, for this I have already discussed a trick. What was it? For learning the trigonometric part, we had a trick: Pakistan bhuka pyasa, Hindustan hara bhara. Remember? So phenolphthalein in the basic medium turns pink, so that's phenolphthalein, and in the acidic medium it's the colorless part. So the correct answer will be option number C, that is phenolphthalein. And in the case of methyl orange, it's totally different, right? So okay, which industrial corrosion protection process involves the applying a thin protective coating of zinc metal over iron and steel structures? So that's galvanization. Anodizing is linked with the aluminium. Vulcanization is linked with the sulfur, and galvanization that's linked with the zinc, whose atomic number is 30. Next, what type of chemical reaction occurs when a single chemical compound breaks down into two or more simpler substances upon absorbing the thermal energy? Is it combination, displacement, thermal decomposition, or double displacement reaction? Answer please. No one. Acha, you're going with D. So guys, the reaction in which a single compound is breaking into two or more simpler substances upon absorbing thermal energy, so that will be the example of thermal decomposition, right? B is the correct answer. In the case of combination reaction, it's like two different reactants when they combine, this is the product. So this is the example of combination reaction, right? What about double displacement reaction? It's like whenever the acid reacts with the base, it forms salt and water, right? So just see, just Cl went here and OH here. So this is the case of double displacement. So this is the example of neutralization reaction as well. Okay, so let's go with the final question of the day. Guys, I'll share all 25 questions. Actually, I'm suffering from cold and fever today. So for the same reason, yesterday also we didn't have any class. So as coughing has started, actually I have another paid classes too from one. So I'll take some rest of 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll just keep this as the last question. It is question 17, but do not worry. I'll share the PDF of all 25 questions to you people. Fine. So the question is, which enzyme secreted by human salivary glands initiates the chemical breakdown of dietary starch into maltose sugar in the mouth? So is it pepsin, trypsin, salivary amylase, or is it lipase? So pepsin is used for the digestion of the protein, right? So that cannot be the answer, but salivary amylase or ptyalin that's present in the saliva and that helps in the digestion of the fat, or we can link it with the starch. So Utkarsh and Ankita, both of you are correct. So ptyalin is the correct answer. So digestive enzyme which is present in the human saliva, that's salivary amylase. So guys, yes, I have discussed 17 questions, but as usual, I've kept 25 questions for you. I'm just uploading the PDF. Please revise it from there. There's a homework question for you all, and the homework question is here. Which double membrane bound organelle inside a green plant cell contains chlorophyll pigments and conducts photosynthesis? Is it mitochondria, chloroplast, or vacuole? So please let me know about its answer in the comment section. Also, let me know, are you liking these classes? So yes, the free PDF will be uploaded on the Telegram also, and also on the Oliveboard's website. So you can take the PDF from the Oliveboard's application as well. Okay then, bye bye guys. Take care. Jai Hind. And Utkarsh and Ankita, both of you are correct, but I'll request you all to please answer in the comment section as well, so that other candidates also gets motivated. And if there is any doubt or queries, also you can mention that in the comment section. In the next class, when I'll come up with the session, I'll take your doubts from the comment section. Okay. So bye bye guys. Take care. Jai Hind. And for the examination, all the very best. Please take care. Bye bye.